We keep it real.
We keep it raw.
We keep it uncut.
All day.
We are
Marriage Takeover.
Hey.
Thank you. See you, show.
Hey, it's your girl Tamika.
It's your boy E-Rock now.
We keep it real.
We keep it raw.
We keep it uncut.
All day.
We are
Marriage Takeover.
Listen, it is Kitchen Conversations.
Do the intro, right, honey? Hey, this is Marriage Takeover.
Because you keep moving.
We help couples to win in their marriage and break generational cycles. So.
We are Marriage Takeover. Listen, it's Kitchen Conversations. It's Thursday night, and we're excited about it. So we want you to first come in, check in, let us know where you're checking in from, and we're going to let you know what we have on the menu tonight. Yep. And the topic of conversation tonight is power couple.
What?
So
yeah,
what is a power couple? How can you become a power couple? What does it take to be a power couple? And all that great jazz.
All that great jazz.
So tonight on the menu we've got salmon and steak.
Remember now, y'all asked for surf and turf again.
Yeah.
And you asked for salmon and steak. So I hope you're on here who asked for it now. Don't have us cooking and you ain't coming.
Yeah, so last week they said it was steak and salmon, and we're about to get it started. So come on, check in. Where are you checking in from? Yes.
Someone said, "Yep, this is marriage."
Say what?
This is marriage.
And then this is their and from Dallas.
Sweet, and from Dallas. Come on in. Listen, tonight we are talking about
power couple.
Power couple.
See our shirts.
I know. Shout out to Tees for Life.
Yeah, shout out Tees for Life for the shirts.
Yes.
Y'all gotta check them out. So at Tees for Life, Slim. Hey, look here though. But we're gonna talk about power couples. As I cook, we're gonna talk about power couples.
I need to get my drink.
Go ahead, drink. What are you drinking? I think I put it in the refrigerator. Hey, so I'm gonna take this right here, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Move that. No free advertisement.
Oh.
It's on this one.
Okay. All right.
So they said they're from Florida. We got Dallas, Texas in the building.
Dallas, Texas in the building. We got Florida.
And then someone else said nice kitchen.
Thank you. All right, so Kitchen Conversations, we come to you all every Thursday from the comfort of our own home in our own kitchen, and we just have a conversation, right?
We just have
a
conversation around the table.
So what do you think a power couple is?
Right. So listen, for me, hey, I really want you to put that thing in the comment what you think a power couple is. So, you gonna check that out for me? Go ahead.
Yeah.
So, a power couple. What you think a power couple is, baby?
Can you please find a shot?
Yeah, absolutely. So I think a power couple, in my own words, a power couple is a couple who come together, who connect together, who thrive together, who push each other, who have success together, who even in the midst of their triumphs, they still celebrate each other. See, now you have to
slide down. I said slide down a little bit. Because over there, you ain't gonna be in the shot.
I am right
no,
here.
You're not.
I'm right here. Y'all can see me.
Come right here.
Oh my God.
Let's get over there. See, that's the problem that you run into sometimes.
You have success together. You have triumphs together. You know how to push each other through, right? You get in the trenches, but just because you are in the trenches, you can still come out on top, right? So that's what I think a power couple is. They work together through whatever the situation is, through whatever the storm is, through whatever the circumstances are. They work together to make sure that they're always succeeding. That's a power couple.
That's
Yes.
what you think a power couple is, huh? Go ahead. Anybody put a comment in on what they think a power couple is?
You got a question.
Yes, question.
Someone asked, what's the most challenging thing you've ever had to deal with after getting married?
Ooh, that is a great question.
Oh,
I
wow.
love that question.
Hey, that's a good question.
Oh,
let us shift real quick.
There are two things that I think were the greatest challenges. One was when I lost my mom. It's been about almost 20 years now.
Death?
When she passed. So death and dealing with death of a loved one. And then number two, when we were on the brink of divorce and being able to come out of the trenches of that. We were super duper roommates. We weren't seeing eye to eye. My husband thought that because I was in a play, I was really moving and not in the will of what God really wanted me to do. But I had not done infidelity. I had not cheated on my husband. I was in a play in a theater where I kissed another guy, and he was against that. And so he thought that his view of that was that it was infidelity. And so we went through an immense separation. We weren't talking unless it had something to do with the kids and the bills. We weren't having sex. We were mad at each other. We didn't know how to communicate with each other. We were literally, we had both already called attorneys to go through the divorce. And the only thing that stopped us was because my husband had an encounter with God. And that was the thing that stopped us. Those were the two hardest things that I can remember in marriage.
Let me know when you're done.
Yeah. And then if I could think of anything else, like we went through a point with parenting with our oldest son. And that was a challenge. But the two hardest things were losing my mom and then us being on the brink of divorce and then working to get out of that.
So that's for her, those are the two things. The one thing I can't say was the one was we was on the brink of divorce. But the one thing that we really dealt with, that's why we're talking about tonight, power couples. Because both of us have an alpha attitude. So we already know, for one, I'm that type of dude because I'm very aggressive. And so I'm an alpha. But she's a headstrong woman, which has its positives and its negatives. But we did a lot of clashing.
Yeah.
A lot of clashing.
Yeah.
And so it's like, hold on, Slim. First off, what you ain't gonna do is you ain't finna talk to me like I'm your kid.
Right.
So a lot of that was taken. Well, you better hold on. I'm not your child. I'm your husband. Well, you better go. Wait a minute. I'm your wife. I'm not some fly by night shit.
Some thoughts.
So that was that thing of saying, hey, wait a minute. We got to figure out this thing. So we have to understand the order of, not gonna say the order, but we have to understand what our strengths are and what our weaknesses are and how they come together. So if you really want to dig into that one, check out our website. I ain't mean to throw this pitch, but I'm throwing it in there because we actually wrote a book about that. It's called Knowing Your Role. So check that book out. And you know what I'm saying, here's back. But that was the hardest thing that we had to overcome for me in our marriage, because it was like, listen, if we have to figure out how this thing gonna gel. Because for one, you're not finna talk to me any kind of way. I don't care how you feel.
Right. Yes, we got more comments.
Alrighty.
Hope that answered your question.
Someone said thank you for sharing the negative. Well, the person who asked the question, they said thank you for sharing the negative parts of a relationship, because couples don't share the bad challenges.
Hey, all you gotta do is just ask me, Slim. We'll tell you.
We are open books.
So you just let us know.
Yeah.
You want to talk about?
Someone responded to your question, what do you think a power couple is? They said a team that works together, good in bedtime, they still have each other's back.
Yes, love it. Love it, love it.
So,
yes, and there might be a little delay. We have you on Facebook, we have you on TikTok. There might be a little delay, so please be patient with us. Don't think we're ignoring you. We have our moderator who was letting us know your comments and your questions, so let them roll.
Hey, and also, hey, thank you for joining the conversation on tonight.
Yes.
As I hook this thing up, please let me know if you was on there last week and you requested the steak and the surf and turf steak and salmon. We finna get on that right now. Excuse me.
See.
No, you fine. Go ahead on.
So yeah, so what? Somebody else. What do you think a power couple is?
Oh, another one says you both were leaders and you have to let each other have their own position in the marriage, I guess.
Yeah, so we're both kind of alphas.
Say that again.
And so from the comment, it says you both were leaders and you both kind of had to let each other kind of have their way and position in the marriage. And so what I had to find out and what was true for me is because I was alpha, because I'm so independent as a female, as a woman, I did not know how to allow Eric to come in to help me with certain things. Like I've always been in control, right? So when we got married, I had to figure out how to be submissive without being trampled upon.
Whoa, wait a minute. Because see, one thing about that too, because when you say you had to learn how to be submissive.
I did.
Because no. What I'm saying is because a lot of people misunderstand that whole word submissive. So even when you look at, I think it's in Corinthians, when it says, wives submit to your own husband. A lot of people take that way out of context. Like she said, she had to learn how to be submissive.
Right.
So I want her to really break that down to you so that you can understand. It's like, oh no, you do what I say, this, that, and nah. That's not what that is.
You don't jump in.
And no, because it was just so good. Go ahead.
So we are live, y'all.
Yes, we are live.
So I had to learn how to be submissive without being trampled upon. And when I say without being trampled upon, because I was so in control of my life and in control of how I wanted my life to be, I had to teach Eric how to I had to teach him, number one, how to communicate, because he is very aggressive in his tone and how he communicates. I wasn't the one who, you just not gonna talk to me any kind of way.
Time out.
Listen.
This is a kitchen conversation.
No, it is.
Come on now.
So I had to teach him how to communicate. We were used to fussing, and we were used to being in single parent households where all our moms did were fuss. So our native language was fussing. So we had to learn how to communicate effectively so that we could hear one another, appreciate one another. And the more he was able to do that, the more we were able to do that together, the more I was able to be submissive and truly trust him with all of me. And it wasn't until I was able to truly trust him that I was able to get to that point. So we had to learn that. But it wasn't do as I say do. It wasn't, because that's not what your girl not made up like that. That's not my makeup.
Hey, I'm gonna just tell you, I'm sorry. Remember when I taught you how to make the butter, the garlic butter, real quick? Use wax paper when you mold it. Go ahead.
Yes. Comment, question.
So back when you guys were talking about the book, and how you guys are going through your difficult time in your marriage.
Yes.
They said they need the book and that they're going through that right now. And someone also said that they love and respect your realness and that marriage is hard.
Whoa! Wait a minute. Who said marriage is hard?
Marriage is hard. Now listen.
Hold on. No. Marriage is what you make.
It's what you make it, but you better believe you got to work for it.
But
you got to work in it. You got to work. You got to work.
You got to put some time in.
You're not just gonna be sitting back drinking cocktails and thinking that everything is gonna be okay.
But that it makes those moments worthwhile.
It does.
So when you sit back and look at it, the reason why marriage, a lot of people look at that marriage is hard because marriage is the one place where you have to literally deal with yourself.
And not only deal with yourself, but you gotta die to self.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Selfishness, and I think that's the hardest part of marriage. It's like you can't always be selfish.
Right. That's it.
You can't always have your way.
Your way. Come on.
And I think that's the hardest part of marriage. And I ain't gonna lie to nobody. You gotta put in the work.
But hey,
it ain't just. And so if somebody tell you marriage is easy, you better
run.
Quit lying.
No, hold on. No. Marriage is easy if you are willing to if you're willing to deal with yourself and die to self.
Right.
And only reason why I say that is because when I actually got to the place to understand, oh shoot, it's not all about me, but it's about us.
Right.
Because here again, we're talking about two alpha males, right? We're talking about two female.
I'm not an alpha male.
Female, male. So if I'm talking
still
about,
not a male.
like,
I'm still not a male.
no, she 100% woman. All right, she 100% woman. Look at the Adam's apple. There's nothing there. Praise him.
Still not a male.
But what I'm saying is that when you have, if I'm hollering, please forgive me.
You holler just a little bit, but we have another
okay.
comment and question too.
Go ahead.
Yes.
I got to finish my thought.
Well, go ahead. Yeah, go
Finish
ahead.
your thought.
And so when you are, I forgot what I was saying. Go ahead.
And if you want to get the book, just go to our website, marriagetakeover.com. And you can purchase that. If you get the autograph signed copy, we'll box it up for you really nice and pretty and make sure that you get that. And it will be a blessing. If you do the work, I promise you. So that's why I say there is work required, but if you do the work, it's going to bless you. If you do the work, you can recover. If you do the work, it will get better. You just have to do the work. And sometimes we don't even realize the tools that we need or the tools that we should have in order to make it work.
Right. I agree with that. I agree.
Okay, so y'all got 2 questions.
Yes.
Now.
Question 1.
So the first one is, how did you 2 meet?
We were high school sweethearts. So we met in 7th grade. We met in 7th grade in middle school in Tallahassee, Florida. So shout out to Florida. We are
shout out for tea time, baby.
I know we are not there now, but we grew up in Tallahassee, Florida. And we met in 7th grade. He approached me and wanted to be my boyfriend then, but I was already kind of messing with somebody, was with somebody.
Hey,
don't say nothing. I know 7th grade was young.
Hey,
but
the song at the time was "What Your Man Got to Do with Me." That's why I hear it.
And so I told him I was already dating somebody. He was just like, "What your man got to do with me?" And I was like, "Everything." So that's how we met. And then we started dating in high school, our senior year of high school. And it's been the never-ending story since then.
Liz, you need to tell them the iconic line.
What? What was my iconic line?
Remember Dad's iconic line?
Oh,
you just wait. You gonna be
mine.
You gonna be mine.
That's what he said in high school. Cause you asked me what, the junior year in high school, and I think I was dating somebody then, and he was just like, "You wait, you gonna be mine." And our senior year, yeah, that's how we connected, and the story, it's been history since then. So tomorrow actually is 24 years of anniversary.
Yeah, 24 years of marriage. 24
Tomorrow
years.
is our 24th anniversary.
February was what, 26 or 7 years of just being together?
Yes. Second question.
Can you guys agree that you both matured in the marriage?
Say what?
Absolutely.
Say it again?
Can we both agree that we matured in the marriage?
Oh, heck yeah.
Absolutely. We grew up, we got married so young. So I was 18, he was 19. We had no choice but to mature.
But the thing is that, and that's what I'm saying, marriage is that one thing that you have to actually be willing to die to self, because there's one thing that is always evolving. That's humans.
Right.
We're always evolving.
Right.
And so the thing is that, all right, you can choose, I'm gonna work through it or I'm not. And the choice ultimately is yours. And so, but my thing, I would advise you to be like, you know what? Is this killing me? Is this taking something from me? Because if it's taking something from you, marriage is supposed to help build you, not take something from you. Right. So when you're looking at it.
In the case of, so even with the selfishness, right? So you have to die to self, and you can't always get your way. But it still builds you. It's your fault. It still builds you so that you can become the best version of you.
Right.
Right? So even when you have to give up some things, even when you have to go through some things, that maturation process or the maturing process, you will be rewarded because now you're becoming the best version of you.
Right.
There are things that you don't allow to affect you as much. You communicate better. You learn how to communicate without arguing. You learn how to love each other and accept your differences.
Right.
Because for a long time, like, I don't know how many times you guys are on here, but Eric is a nutcase. Like, he is there's this TikTok thing that's going around. One of the reasons the marriage is longer is because you got a crazy person and a boring person. Well, I'm the boring person and he's the crazy person.
You're not boring, honey. You're not boring.
No, she's boring, so you rub her the wrong way.
He's the crazy person. I'm the boring person because he keeps things alive. But there was a point in our marriage where I hated him because he was so crazy, because he was so authentically him. He was like, we would go places and I would feel embarrassed, but that was who I fell in love with. And I was like, why would I want to change him and make him something that he's not when I initially fell in love with him?
Come on now. Now you preaching. Go on, preach, girl.
So yeah. So I want you to check in, let us know where you're checking in from. Thank you so much for joining us in Kitchen Conversation.
So what?
I also, hold on a second. I also want to let you all know we have a phenomenal colleague of ours who is based out of Atlanta who does Pro Snap Booth. So I want you all to make sure that you connect with him. ProSnapBooth.com. He's based out of Atlanta. We're going to drop that link inside of the Facebook group and also for TikTok. How are we gonna do TikTok, bro?
Oh, we'll just put it in there. We'll put it in there.
You put it in there?
We'll
Okay, sweet.
But now back to it, right? So when we're talking about that power couple, right? So
hold on a second. Make sure you reach out to him. You have a graduation coming up. Make sure that you reach out to him. He's got that, the little one that you turn around on and you do the snapshots. So reach out to him. Make sure you connect with him. You got a graduation coming up, a party. Anything, let him know Marriage Takeover sent you when you do reach out.
Oh yeah.
All right.
So
I'm sorry.
No, you good. So when you're talking about that power couple, you gotta understand. Power couple is that one. They know who they are. They support. You know what I'm saying. So basically, when you walk through the room, they can hold their own. You know what I'm saying. And together, oh my God, it's crazy. So, but look at all of the things that you have to actually go through to actually be that power couple. Because check this. Right, so when you're looking at your car, for those of you that understand cars, you have your battery. So your battery has a power and it has a ground wire in order for it to ignite the power so that the source of your vehicle can come from the battery. But this is the one thing that a lot of us don't understand. When your car is running, your alternator is what really running the car. So all of that power now is for the alternator to shift on. So when you're talking about a power couple, meaning what? Each person knows their position and what they do. And that's the thing. A lot of us, we fail to understand what our roles are in our marriage. When I say fail, because now you have to begin to deal with the belief system on what you were taught that you didn't really, how can I say,
right.
That the dynamics of your household does not match what you grew up in. Go ahead.
And I was gonna say, we got a comment question.
No. Finish.
I was just gonna say, here too is the danger. We sometimes only have one snapshot of what marriage should look like, and that snapshot could be from your parents, your cousins, your grandmother, whoever that is, your friends. Sometimes we just have that one snapshot of what that looks like, and when we have that one snapshot, it may not necessarily represent what your marriage should look like.
Right.
And so what we have to understand is, we get the opportunity to create our own blueprint of what we want our marriage to be. So it doesn't have to look like grandma's. It doesn't have to look like our aunts or our uncles or our friends. It's exactly what we need for our marriage, for our home, for our family, and it works.
Right.
Yes.
Okay, so listening from Florida.
Florida.
Lauderdale, Florida.
Fort Lauderdale.
Port St. Lucie, Florida.
Port St. Lucie, sweet. Florida is
And-
representing tonight.
And also, you got a question. Didn't you know that he was like that before you married him? So you were talking about like.
Yes. And so that was the thing. I knew he was crazy. I knew he was silly. I knew he was all those things when we were dating. And it was cute then. Like, it was nice then. But when we got married and I started to mature a little bit and get it, you know how when you start evolving and you go out to the nice restaurants and stuff like that, and you be like, ooh, he loud. And then you start to question certain things because now you're comparing your situation to another couple's situation.
Come on now.
And that was what I was caught up in. And so I had to immediately stop myself to say, wait a minute. I really don't want him to change because this is who I fell in love with.
So,
yes.
So you also have some from New York, NYC, New York City, right?
Yeah, NYC in the house.
That's why I said that they're digging y'all vibe and energy, and thank you for the marriage tips. They're on YouTube.
Sweet. Appreciate you guys.
Someone else said nice kitchen, and
Thank
they said
you.
it's their favorite couple on TikTok. And someone else
Thank
asked
you.
who's the negative and who's the positive.
Ooh,
that's a good one.
I'm the more negative one, and he's the more positive one.
Because, and not negative as in mindset, but and I say that she grounds me. I'm on lightning.
So
look at it right now.
You know how to I wanted to say the battery. So the battery has its negative side and it's got the positive side. So it all works together, but I'm the one who is.
You're grounded. You're more grounded.
I'm more grounded. I'm more detailed. I'm more, just because of how life has served me. I am more cautious sometimes in certain things. I'm more real, or what do you call it, the realist in certain things. And he is a man of faith. He is the one. Oh, don't worry about it. He's this. Like, he's always upbeat. Well, what can happen? We do this, and like, what's gonna happen? So we complement each other in that way.
Right.
I'm definitely the negative one, and he's the positive.
So, and that's the thing, because a lot of times when you understand, like, check it out. Like, when you look at Adam and Eve, right? That was the perfect fit. Why? Because Eve was taken out of Adam, so it was the perfect fit. So a lot of times that we kind of miss it. You know what I'm saying? When we get understand, don't get me wrong. Because in the couple, if both of y'all on fire, guess what? You both on fire. But one of you are more detailed than the other. Sit back and think about it. You'll see what I'm talking about. And that's that piece that I'm like, okay, hold on, wait a minute. Let's make sure that this is good. This is good. And then the part that I love about it is that when I be like, hey, babe, don't worry about it. That means now she's trusting me. And then when I be like, nah, babe, come on, we can do it. Now she's trusting me. So you see how that trust fits right into it. Because if you have that trust issue in your marriage, guess what? Then now you're gonna have a dead spark. You're gonna have there's some power there, right. But when you ain't gonna be able to go so far because you have a dead spark because of the trust isn't there. Right. So then how can you say that you're a real power couple, right? If you have a dead spark. Woo, girl, I feel like preaching.
So I gotta catch up on some comments.
Okay.
So you got
comments.
Two people from Lago, Florida, and they say you have to put God first.
Absolutely.
Fort Myers, Florida.
Florida is representing tonight.
Baby, yeah, you said that already.
Sweet.
And someone asked, as power couples, do you both allow each other time to reset mentally in your roles?
Absolutely.
You have to.
Absolutely. And that's a really good question.
You have to.
We do, and here's how we do, right? So I may not necessarily know when he needs to recharge. So he has to communicate that to me. And then likewise, I communicate that to him. Hey, listen, babes, I need to recharge. He just came off of a golf trip. That was, where was it, babes? South Carolina?
I was in Myrtle Beach, Slim. Yeah.
South Carolina. So for him.
You didn't put that on your pants. No, them the design. Get the pants out here.
And so we have different ways of how we recharge. He loves to ride his motorcycle. So there are moments where things are just getting, and maybe he can't get away to South Carolina. And he'll say, babes, I just need to go on a ride. And he'll go out and he'll go all day. And that's him just kind of really releasing. And I do the same thing. Babes, I need to wind down. And when I do that, he takes care of the kids. When he needs to go out, I take care of the kids. But it's an opportunity for us to really recenter ourselves because it's so important. Because when we don't recenter ourselves and we just keep going, that's when frustration starts. That's when we start to be impatient with one another.
Yeah.
That's when we don't always kind of think with clarity. We don't always think to best serve our spouse when we're in that space because we need an opportunity really to disconnect for just a moment and then recharge.
But and you know the thing is though, is that if you don't find that time to recharge, then you're gonna have a spark. You're gonna be missing a spark.
You burn out.
You're gonna burn out. And the thing is, you gotta understand, when you're a power couple in your marriage, there is no change of battery. You have a lithium setup because you have got to recharge. Act like your cell phone. But your cell phone ain't gonna die on you, right? But if you continue to charge your cell phone the right way, your cell phone can last a long time.
Right.
Now you know what? Listen, my wife tell you, I just got rid of the flip phone about maybe 5 years ago.
No, you didn't. Stop lying. Comments, questions, you lied.
Okay, so someone said they do the same thing you guys have been doing. They've been married for 7 years now.
Sweet, congrats.
You have a question, who talks the most?
Oh, that's me, Slim. That's
sure.
me. All day. What? I'm on that mug like 100. I'm on it.
The only reason why I'm talking a lot now is just because I'm not cooking.
Hey, you got to go back to 3 weeks ago when she tried to help me in the kitchen.
And we almost burned the kitchen down. Yes.
And someone else said they tuned in from Michigan. So I know something from Maryland, and they asked if you have any marriage retreats.
Yeah.
Sweet. So yes, Michigan and Maryland. So we are planning our marriage retreat right now. It's going to be so y'all might be able to help us with this. So we are debating whether or not we're going to do it in October or if we should wait until February. We normally do it in February. We didn't do it this year and last year because of COVID. So we're trying to plan it for October just because it's been 2 years since we've had one.
Yeah.
So what do y'all think? You think people kind of charge the end in October or in February?
So, hey, let us know in the comments.
Yeah.
Okay, so while they're responding, someone also said hi from Cape Town, South Africa.
Hey, Cape Town!
Africa, what's going on?
And then someone else said, I knew he was a bike rider.
Hey, all day, Slim, all day.
All day.
Hey, babe, what you give me for anniversary?
For anniversary?
Yo,
Don't make me lie to the people.
Oh, Lord. Hey, things done changed
You
on me.
put me in the spot. No, for anniversary, we can't go tomorrow because we're working. So we are working on a challenge that's coming up. So if you all, it's like a mini retreat, if you will. It's going to be the first week in June. So, dang. Go
Online,
to the
bro.
website,
Online, yeah.
sign up on our newsletter, and we're going to start releasing it not this week, but next week. So that you can connect and you can sign up. And that's going to be kind of like a mini retreat. It's going to be all virtual. So you can join in from anywhere in the world. And then we're doing that little mini retreat. And that's how you can kind of get connected with us as well. But we do have retreats. Yes.
Okay, so someone else asked, is it wrong for the husband needing a moment to himself?
No.
Listen.
I think if you want sanity, it's necessary. It's needed.
Listen, let me help you out with this.
Let me
Let me
say this too. There are times I push Eric away. I'm like, you need to go and hang out with your boys. You need to go do something because if you don't, we about to go to fisticuffs in a hot second because you need to go and release. You need to go and just get away. Go ahead, baby.
But sometimes a lot of people don't understand the weight that is actually on the man.
Tell him, baby.
And so a lot of times
you turn around and do that. I'll do this.
Oh,
I know. I got it. It's just vegetables.
Do not, please don't burn them.
It's just vegetables.
But there for men, a lot of times my wife, she don't know how much weight is actually on me. Because a lot of times it's like, because when you sit back and look at it, right? The female body and the male body is made up in two different ways. And it don't matter how you look at it, no matter how much weight she lifts, my shoulders are still going to be more broad because that's just how we've been designed. And so it's very important that you give your husband a time. Just like, hey, no, sweetie, I understand you need your moment. Go do your thing. You know what I mean? And if his homeboys are the right kind of boys around him, they're gonna be like, yeah, let my man go hang out with his boys every now and then. You know what I'm saying? When I say let him, meaning no, none of this. You know, we ain't got time for all that. You know what I'm saying?
So when he goes, I don't call. So when he goes out on his bike, like there are a certain group of people that when he's with them, I don't worry about nothing. They're all mature men. They're all cool. They just want to really get away and have a good time. The only thing that I ask is when he gets there, just text me. Babe, I made it safely. Only because he's on his motorcycle. Outside of that, I don't call, I don't text, I don't check in to see how he's going because that's his time to really relax and unwind.
Right.
That's his time to do it, and I trust him. If he does something that's outside of what he should be doing in our marriage, that's between him and God.
And that is such the key ingredient because again, I'll be honest with you. It's just like I told her from day one. I never cheat on you. It's not because of you. It's because of who I serve, which I serve Jesus. I ain't trying to be, no, that's not me, right? So therefore, when I'm out hanging, if have that in their mind, guess what, dog? They already know. Don't bring that to me, because I can go and ride by myself. You know what I mean? So it's like, even us men, we still have to be careful, even who's even in our circle, because you're not going out for temptation, right? But if your boys bring the temptation to you, that's a problem. Now they ain't really your boy. You know what I'm saying? Now it's like, hold on, dog. I'm trying to release the stress of the world. Now I can go back home and release stress another kind of way. Shit. That's all I'm saying. My bad. But you understand what I'm saying. If I'm hollering, I'm sorry. I apologize. Go ahead.
Yes.
I'm so glad they came across. They're so glad they came across your page, and someone asked where the retreats, and someone said that you guys should do the retreat in October, and someone asked where y'all are from. And
sweet. So retreat. Okay, October is good. Okay, so the retreat, the one for 2022 will be in Maryland. It will be we're in the DC metropolitan area. We are from Tallahassee, Florida. I was born in Atlanta, raised in Tallahassee, Florida. We are in the DC metro area now. So the first retreat is going to be for 2022. That'll be our third retreat. But it'll be this year if we do it. It'll be October and it'll be in Maryland.
Hey, make sure you follow us on at Marriage Takeover, all things social media.
Yeah.
So that you don't miss out on anything.
Because next year's retreat, 2023, we're gonna do Costa Rica.
Right.
So we're excited about that one. It'll give us the couples an opportunity to get away on a destination trip, and we are going to get in. We're going to get some work done, enrich our marriage, and have a good time on the beach. Yes.
Someone said they've been married for 18 years and that they agree it's very important to take time to recharge.
Sweet.
And they said that someone else said that them and their wife have been married for it's going to be 27 years this month.
Amen.
Sweet.
No.
One time for the 18 and one time for the 27.
No, 22 years this 27th.
Oh, sweet.
Okay,
So
cool.
one time for 18, one time for 22. And so y'all on the 27th of this month? Sweet. Love it. Congrats. I'm loving the longevity. I'm loving the marriage and the sustainability of the marriages.
Yeah, man.
And someone else is tuning in from Georgia.
Georgia in the house.
And someone said, you better give him or her a moment to themselves.
Because I'm telling you, they need it. Because when he started getting outside of himself, and I'd be like, baby, you about to get cut. You better go somewhere. And if you in Georgia, make sure you hit up our we got a friend out there, prosnapbooth.com.
All right, baby.
And someone asked what's for supper, and someone else said that trust plays a big role in marriage.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's a huge one. So when
It
you
plays
talk,
a huge factor.
so you look at it.
Wait,
So
wait. What's for dinner first?
Oh, so again, real quick, dinner is we have surf and turf, salmon and steak, with broccoli and potatoes.
Sweet. With our
Bacon.
homemade garlic butter.
Homemade garlic
That
butter.
he made. When did you make that?
Like 3 weeks, the time you burnt the kitchen down.
I did not. You just made some more recently.
That's it. Which I
Okay.
gotta go and get some more.
All right.
Make some more.
Yes. Any other comments,
And
questions?
someone said that she wished she was a little bit closer. She would have loved to have you two in the building.
Oh, where are you?
Hey, you can always invite us out.
Yeah, where are you? We love to take trips.
We take trips all the time. Hey, but look at it though, man.
I was gonna say, as much as Florida's represented, we need to do a marriage retreat out in Florida.
Hey, we just might though.
I know. They've been on it.
Hey, but for real though, right? Oh, I need to get a little bit more hot. So
You know what? We're gonna be in Atlanta in June. How many people are in Georgia? Would y'all like to get together and do a date night while we there?
hey, y'all. Now I'm a fool, so I'm trying to tell you.
Y'all want to do a date night? We're gonna be in Georgia in June.
Yeah, June. I know the week of the 23rd.
The week of the 20th. 23rd, yes. Let us know. We'll get together and have like a group date night.
So can I come to you guys? I'm from Cape South Africa.
Come on!
South
Come on!
Africa.
Come on! We would love to have you here
So,
from
hey,
Africa.
But finish answering the question though.
That was the question, I thought.
What?
No, did I not finish the question? I'm
No,
sorry.
about the power couple thing.
What question?
Oh, my
I thought
bad.
We finished it.
We getting close to.
Did I finish all of the questions?
We're back to. So now, my question is to you is, when you say, you say that you and your spouse is a power couple? Because one thing about it is that for me, when she walks into the room, I don't mind playing the background so that she can shine.
You play the background, baby.
I can
want you
play
to
the
background.
No, because you gotta understand that even in marriage, there's still yet a place and a time. But with her, right? Because we ain't just get here overnight.
Right.
We ain't get here
Right.
overnight.
Say that.
Because even though if I sit back and let her shine, when it first started, she came here and thought she's supposed to shine the entire time. Again, remember I said in the beginning, all this bumping head. That's why I said, whoa, champ, wait a minute. But now, I can step back, let her shine, because when she comes home, guess what? She's still in that role that she do. And that fits our dynamics.
And I'm glad you mentioned that too, because even as a power couple, you learn how to honor each other.
That's it.
So even as an alpha female, I go out, we work hard, right? We have a business. I make sure that we are doing what's necessary for the business, for the home, and then the finances, right? So there are times and moments in our marriage where I, almost double, triple Eric's salary. So when we talk about the female alphas and we're going out and we're going into the workplaces and we're in these positions of leadership, and then we have to come home where our husband, where we've been all day grinding in that leader role, we come home, we got to make sure, okay, take your cape off, baby, and leave it at the door. Because now it's time for you to truly honor your husband and make sure that he's feeling like he's in that role of leadership. We're allowing him space. I'll never forget, one time we were married, we were in year, 4? Year 3, year 4.
One of them hell years.
Eric asked me, he said, so if you're doing everything and you're in control of everything, where do I fit? And when he asked me that, it was like a gut-wrenching question, like, dang, where do you fit? You never want your husband to feel like he doesn't fit because you're so independent, because you want to have things all together. You want to be in control. You never, ever want them to feel like they don't fit. So I had to learn, again, how to submit, learn how to honor him so that he could feel like he was truly in control, where he was making the decisions.
No, and understand, hold on, because I want to make sure, I don't want nobody to get understood. She did not have to stop being who she was.
I didn't stop being who I was, right.
So when she's saying submit, meaning that she allowed my strengths, she submitted to what my strength was. Right. To what my strengths are.
Yes.
So it's not submitted of, no, see, that's the problem right there. That's how a lot of couples get it mixed up. Yeah. This is how a lot of couples actually forget who they are because of some myth somebody told them a long time ago. Right. No, this is not the date, this is not the time frame of work, because now you look at it. Now I don't know what the exact percentages are, but women are starting to do some things.
We run the world.
No, we ain't doing that. I don't care. You're still not doing that. I don't care how you feel, but you're not doing that. But what I'm saying is that she had to understand, because just because you feel like, because one thing about an alpha, if you're gonna continue to cut me, because how you put it, I'm gonna have to get a little. If your woman gonna take your dick and cut it off, that's what happens. So how can you remove the strength of me, right? So then where do I actually really fit in this? No, I'm gonna go somewhere else where I can fit. Because now it's like, well, my mama was strong, and so I gotta be strong. Well, your mama was single. Right. She had to be strong. But now you with somebody. So now it's like, how can we be a power couple? Meaning we gotta know how to be a team first. Right. So it's that. So it's like, okay, I'm the male, right? So, but this where I submit, because I'm not good when it comes down to administrative. I submit to her. Right. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not good when it comes to money. So I submit to him. As much as I like to spend it, I don't manage it very well. So, and as much as I like to make it, I don't manage it very well. So he manages that. And it's a trust factor. If we go out somewhere, I don't do none of that. Like, I don't worry about anything when it comes to money. If Eric say, okay, we need to slow down spending for this month, okay, I need to make sure that I slow down spending for this. And again, we did not get here overnight.
We did not get here overnight.
Hey, I know we've been on here.
It took years of practice. It took years of me really learning how to submit. It took me a long time
of us learning to submit.
Right, because not only did I have to learn how to submit, he had to learn how to submit. Yes. Comments, questions.
Someone said that submitting is not a bad thing, and that people don't understand that submit is just working together. Right. And someone else said, honor God, not men. A husband should be sure of himself as a man.
Right. That's true. A husband should be sure of themselves as a man. That's so true. But even, I don't care how sure of themselves they are, the wife is still to honor him.
Hey, basically.
Yeah.
Basically.
You're absolutely right.
Yo, what happened to my jeans?
What cheese?
We out of the Parmesan cheese. I had a
No, it's up there.
It should be up there, baby.
I had a small bag. Oh,
no, yeah, it's up there.
It should be up there.
I'm gonna pray for y'all. Y'all.
And it was a process. And when you say submissive, you're right. It's very easy for us to work together. But I think my challenge when it came to submit and the word submit, it was like a curse word because all I heard, what I knew of it was negative.
I ain't submitting
And
no
so,
man.
right. What I knew of it was negative. And so I had to really do a lot of study and really hear what God was saying around the word submit and submissive and what that looked like for me, because the narrative around it, especially in the church, was very negative to me, as if the woman had no power, as if the woman had no control. And so I had to really dig deep to really find out what God was saying about it and not hear what everybody else was saying. So I could truly, truly sit in and say, okay, God, this is what it looks like, and then start working towards that.
Right.
Yes.
That is so right.
Yes. Comments, questions?
Someone said some want it but don't understand the process of becoming one.
Yes, that's so true.
Well, because you gotta understand
That's
the reason
so
why a lot of people don't understand, because when you look at it, right, you still need your positive power, you need your negative power in order to make anything spark, to bring any power to anything. Look at your whole house. It's wired off of a positive and a negative charge. So you have to understand is that, wait a minute, at what moment do I have to now get beyond myself in order to be the best version of me and the best version of me in my marriage? Yeah. So you got to be willing. That's what I'm saying. If you really want to understand what Christ really went through, get married. Because that's the only place where you're going to really understand what Christ actually did. I'm going to put it, for any husband that is watching, I want you to try this. When you pray, say, God, I take on the sins of my family, and God, I ask that you forgive us. Watch how much weight that is. Woo. Ooh.
We got lots of questions and comments coming in. Y'all be patient. They're coming. There's a little delay. Yes, questions.
Someone asked, how long have you guys been married?
We've been married. Tomorrow will be 24 years.
And someone else asked, have y'all created power couple prayers based on scriptures?
Yes.
So
let me say this.
Go ahead.
Let me say this. So although we pray for each other, we don't have like a book or a devotion.
Oh, no, stop. No, don't say that, because that's what I'm working on. It's coming out.
Right. Well, and we have a worksheet. It's like a prayer worksheet that has the scriptures attached to it. Like when you want to pray for your husband for healing, when you want to pray for the people that are surrounding him in his circle, we have that worksheet. So absolutely. So if you connect with us on our website, join the newsletter, and I'll make sure that we send that out, because we're getting ready to send our newsletter out for the month. And I will include that into that particular newsletter so that you'll have that as a free resource.
That's marriagetakeover.com.
Marriagetakeover.com. So we have that. It's like a 2-sheeter. Yeah, it's like a 2-sheeter. Yes.
I think someone said this to add on to your analogy, but they said if you don't pay the light bill, you're not going to have any power at all.
Exactly.
Come on now.
Exactly.
And they said
Go ahead.
And they said happy anniversary.
Thank you. Thank you. We are super excited about it. And somebody is always waiting to pay that phone bill.
Exactly.
Know that.
That light bill.
That light bill. Sorry, I said phone bill. That light bill.
Hey, and that's the funny thing is, because they always ready to pay that light bill, not recognizing that they only a generator. Meaning what? You only temporary. Woo, watch out now.
Right. You are so right on
Watch
that.
out now.
Thank y'all so much. I mean, it warms my heart. Thank y'all so much for showing up and for the conversations. I see lots of stuff coming through. I'm so sorry. Yes. Questions, comments.
Someone asked how many kids you guys have.
We have 2. We have our 22-year-old,
which is graduating.
He's graduating from college next week, y'all. So excited. So yes, y'all, that's a testimony. So yes, I'm excited about that one graduating next summer. And then we have a phenomenal 13-year-old who is our moderator now for the chat. She is phenomenal. So 22 and 13. All right, and we have Buttercup in the back, who's letting us know not to forget her. So our Buttercup is a Cavapoo.
I didn't raise it.
All right. And someone else said you have to have unconditional love, not only for the other half, but for yourself as well.
Stop. No. In your marriage, it's a unconditional love.
That's what they said.
What I'm saying.
Oh, I thought I only heard condition.
No, I said
My bad.
unconditional.
Oh, damn.
My bad. I apologize.
I got you. They said unconditional.
Hey, my bad.
They said unconditional.
Hold your horse.
And it said, someone else said, happy early anniversary to you both.
Thank you. Thank you.
And
thank you guys so much.
And someone else said, the marriage won't work if you both don't honor what God said.
That's
true.
God says. That's true, because you it's like an uphill battle. So I'll say this. So that's true, but God. I'm gonna add that too, and I'll say this only because when we were on the brink of divorce, although God had spoken to Eric, it was me who started to change because I didn't like who I was. And as I sought God and I sought after him and I really wanted to know what he had for me, who I was to become, what all he had in store for me, and if he was real, I really sought after God. God, if you're real, if you're true, and you say that you are who you are, then I need you to change me. There are some things that I don't like about myself, and I'm coming to you because I know that you're the healer. I know that you're the restorer. And because I had so much brokenness and hurt and anger and bitterness inside of me, those areas were showing up in my marriage. They were magnified. And so as God started to make me whole and he started to cleanse me and he started to wash me and I really started to become a new person, then Eric started to change. He was like, wait a second. Don't leave me.
Yeah.
Don't leave me. Like, well, you doing something new. What's going on? And he started to change.
So this is wifey's plate because she's not a big meat eater.
I'm not a big
Stop.
I'm not a big
right
steak
now.
eater.
So we're gonna pause that. But this is it right here. This is a white wine cream sauce.
It looks so
I got
good.
one more to put on for you.
Looks so good. So that's why I say but God. So as I started to change, then Eric started to change. Because initially we weren't changing at all. We weren't doing anything. And then together now we're here. But we weren't always here. Yes.
Some said they've been with their husband for 20 years and they've been married for 14 and it's not made for the week.
Yes.
At all.
Yes. Celebrating you. Congratulations.
Oh, someone said happy anniversary and that
Thank you.
And that they're getting married in October.
Sweet. Congratulations to you all.
If you would like to take our premarital course, you can check us
We
out.
do have a premarital course, so if you're interested in that, let us know.
And someone asked what y'all cooking.
We have surf and turf, so we got salmon steak, broccoli, and potatoes with a white wine sauce.
And someone said they've been married for 20 years and congratulations.
Thank you, and congratulations to you all too. Longevity is in the house. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. We celebrate you all. Love it. Yes.
Go ahead, babe. So finish. Go ahead, finish.
She's coming.
Someone said, dang, that looks amazing. And
thank you.
That someone else said that they did not like who they were and they asked God to change them.
Yes.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
telling you, that's real.
That is so real.
That is so real.
That is so real. Because, but the thing is that you also had to make the room for him to change.
Yeah.
You have to make that room for him to change. To bring about the change in your life.
We got some more comments and questions, baby.
So it said both individuals have to be willing to accept the change within themselves.
Yes, that's true.
And
you both have to be willing for that. That is so true. Man, y'all have been awesome. Can I tell you, y'all have been awesome. Thank y'all so much for showing up. Yes.
I don't know if that makes sense, but it says actually we use switch to conditional according to scripture. It gave us everything we were missing.
Use what?
You switch to conditional from unconditional? I just want to make sure we understand that, right? You switch from...
Remember, it's a conversation. This is kitchen conversation.
Yeah. What happened? Okay, so somebody said something. You got our daughter cracking up over here. What happened?
That's why your mom is smiling like them white people.
Why I'm smiling like that? Because I'm happy, because I'm free.
No, hey, so
because I got joy.
So Now, this is it. Understand, this is that surf and turf with that white wine cream sauce. Boom, that's the steak. Boom, that's how we do it. Hey, listen. Let me fix my daughter plate.
We thank you all so much for tuning in. Any more comments?
So the
questions?
person who commented the first one,
Yes.
I didn't see any response.
Okay.
And someone said happy anniversary.
Thank you. Thank you.
Someone else said, hello, beautiful couple. Greetings from Alabama, and that they love the shirts.
Sweet. Alabama in the house. Love it. Love it. Thank you.
Yeah, they did respond. They just responded. They said they switched to conditional love. It helps so much.
Oh, okay.
Huh?
So I'm curious, how did the conditional love help?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. How did that help?
You about to teach us something. How did the conditional love help?
So,
and someone else said hi from Boulder, Colorado.
Colorado in the house.
And hi from New Jersey.
Jersey.
Hey, Jersey.
Love it, love it, love it.
Oh, someone said keep smiling. I've asked God for that smile.
You got it.
Aw, thank you. And I'll be praying that you get that smile. It's already yours.
It's already yours.
Already yours. He's got you. Yes.
And someone said beautiful kitchen, that you guys look like teachers.
Thank you.
And much love.
Much love to you too. Mwah. Love you guys. I appreciate y'all. Don't know how much we appreciate you. We truly appreciate you all for showing up tonight.
And hi from Puerto Rico, Philly.
Puerto Rico.
We'll be there.
We'll be there next month.
Philadelphia, Alabama, and they said happy
Philly.
birthday. And they said hi from Largo, Florida.
Largo, Philly. There was somebody else we missed.
Alabama.
And
happy anniversary.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So,
Thank you.
Real quick, I'm gonna just put it to you just like this. When you say that you switch your love from uncle, you know what? I don't want to keep you all night, but we're gonna talk about conditional versus unconditional on our next kitchen conversation next week, catch us 7. Go ahead, man.
Yeah, catch us next week. We're gonna talk about conditional versus unconditional. We want to know how you guys changed that and how it worked better for you too. I'm curious to know what that was like. And what do you guys want on the menu next week? What's on the menu for next week? Drop it in the chats. Yes.
They just responded.
They did? Okay,
sweet. Said you just use scripture. It's things you gotta do for God to bless. Conditional, same as in a marriage.
Okay. Now I'm very curious to know what scriptures that you're talking about, because when you sit back, when you're gonna look at Genesis 1, Genesis 2. My wife just nuts. You gotta check it out next week. Because the thing is that you have to understand is that when you have a condition in your marriage, you gotta you gotta catch next week, because we're gonna get deep in that conversation.
So we'll dig that for next week for sure. I want to make sure that we are thanking you all so much for tuning in tonight. I don't want our dinner to get cold. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Make sure to check out prosnapboots.com. If you're in the Atlanta area, he's based out of Georgia. Connect with him. If you're not in Atlanta, still connect with him. Let him know Marriage Takeover sent you. And thank you so much for tuning in. This is Kitchen Conversations. We are here.
Oh, 1 second. So don't forget to also check out Marriage Takeover on all social media outlets. Yes. Because I'm trying to tell you, what you see here, this is who we be. So, check it out. You was getting ready to close out.
I was about to say, thank you for catching Kitchen Conversations.
No. So
he just took over, y'all.
Yeah,
looks like we got one more comment.
Last comment, we're gonna be out.
Oh, we got a couple more.
Y'all bless me from Largo, Florida.
Largo,
and
bless you. Praise God.
I appreciate that, Slim. I know that meal look good, cuz. Thank you.
And someone said, so you really helped me to push me to do better as a husband.
Hey, stay locked in, my man. Check, for real though. Follow us on all social media outlets at Marriage Takeover. Sign up on our website so that you can get the newsletter that goes out.
Yeah, he's got something coming for the men.
Because I got something coming out for the brothers.
Yeah.
All right, so I said happy anniversary, and they said thank y'all. I needed this. God is working, and I thank him because the devil has had them for a while. And
comments are coming in.
And so it said your kitchen makes them want to renovate theirs. Well, our kitchen makes them want to renovate theirs. And someone else said vegan mac and cheese.
I'm sorry, I'm not a good vegan cooker, but I can try something.
We gonna try.
I'm gonna try just because you mentioned it.
But you need to comment us on a recipe because I don't know.
I'm about to go look for a recipe.
And so it said they're tuning from Ocala, Florida, and someone else said
Ocala,
sweet.
Someone else said beet sauce for pasta. Someone else said happy anniversary. And so it said see y'all next week.
Yeah.
See y'all next week, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
The comments are coming in.
I
know. We want to honor y'all so much, but I'm telling you, our food getting cold. Right? I don't know if your food getting cold, but our food getting cold.
And so it also said shepherd pie with a powerhouse twist for next week.
Ooh.
And someone said blessed from Duval, Florida.
Duval.
No, you gotta say Duval.
And so it said I'll be watching for you guys. Blessings and happy anniversary from Dallas, Texas. Be blessed, family. Tallahassee, Bond. And
Tallahassee. That's where we're from, Slim.
And someone asked if y'all did couples therapy.
Yes, we do. Hey, go to our website, marriagetakeover.com.
All right, we love you guys so much. Hey. Thank y'all so much. We gonna go eat before it get cold.
We ain't trying to cut you off, but
and follow us on all things social Marriage Takeover, IG, Facebook, Twitter. No, we don't really do Twitter.
I do too work on Twitter.
Okay, Twitter.
Someone else said you're an incredible couple. Thank you so much. And Kansas City is watching, and
Kansas City.
And someone else said they got married March 6th of last year, and they're tuning from Brooklyn.
Hey!
Brooklyn, congratulations!
Happy first anniversary!
Happy first anniversary! All right, we love you guys.
Thank you all.
Love y'all so much.
Hey, you all be blessed, and we'll see you
next week.
Next week, Thursday.
I'm your girl Tamika.
I'm your boy E Rock Nim.
Until next time, we are Marriage Takeover. Signing out. Yo. That was hot.